Hey guys, welcome back. Today's video is going to be my Sephora VIB sale recommendations. The fall sale is quickly approaching us, and if you guys are unsure on what items to purchase, I figured it would be a great idea to kind of round up all my favorite products from Sephora that I use very often. Now, I have pretty much all makeup items. I have some brushes and then I have one fragrance. I don't really have any skincare to recommend to you guys because my skincare that I'm currently using isn't from Sephora, but besides the point, a lot of these items are definitely great that you need in your collection. But anyways, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, hit the like button and the notification bell down below. And without further ado, if you guys would like to see my Sephora recommendations, then just keep watching. So typically when I go to make these videos, I can never find the dates of the sales. Sephora likes to keep these dates under wraps, top secret, and they release them literally like a couple days before. So I figured I would just search, and on allure.com, I was able to find an article that had the dates. I'm hoping that these are accurate. I will have them listed down below, and if they are not accurate, I will change the dates in the description. But I think that, they're accurate. So they're calling this the Sephora 2019 Holiday Bonus Event VIB sale, same thing. So it says that if you are an insider or a free member, you get the 10% off Thursday, November 7th through Monday, November 11th, and VIB members will get 15% off during those same dates. Now, if you are a VIB Rouge member, then you will get 20% off, and it says that you get early access, so you will get access starting on November 1st, and then everybody else will get access on November 7th. I just want to see if, so that's kind of cool. If you are a VIB Rouge member, which I am not, which I wish I was, but I don't spend over $1,000 at Sephora, but I think you have access from November 1st all the way up until, the 11th, so that's pretty cool. So the first product many of you guys are probably familiar with if you don't already have this in your collection, but I figured I would recommend it to you guys. It's an excellent primer. I use it every single day. This is Benefit's Professional Primer, and I believe they have 3 sizes in this primer. They have like a mini one, like almost like a travel size one, then they have this one, and then they have a bigger one. And so I have like the medium size one, and they are pretty pricey for a primer, but a little bit goes a long way. And I've been using this, I want to say, for like 6 or 7 months, maybe even longer. And I feel like I still have a half tube left. So it does last a really long time. I really like the consistency of it. It's different than other primers that I use. This really smooths out your pores and gives you a great canvas to apply foundation and all your other makeup. So again, this is Benefit's Professional Primer. So I do not have any foundations to recommend to you guys. I mean, I have used foundations that are from Sephora, but if you guys watch enough of my videos, you know that I use drugstore foundations pretty much every day. But when it comes to concealers, I have 3 great ones to recommend to you guys. Now, all 3 of these I love because they don't emphasize any kind of fine lines or make it look cakey or drying underneath your eyes. For me in particular, because I do have fine lines underneath here, certain concealers will emphasize that. So these all pretty much are similar, in my opinion, the way that they apply and wear throughout the day and look when they're blended out. They're not too drying. So the first one I kind of like refell in love with again. I've had it for a while, and this used to be such a popular concealer. This is the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer. I really love this. It's got a really nice doe foot applicator. It blends out really nicely. It looks really nice. This is in the shade Custard, medium custard. So this is an excellent one. And then next, this is a newer purchase. I think I got this maybe at the last sale in the spring, and it's a huge, like it's look at the size of this compared to this, like how big it is, and I believe this might even be cheaper than this one. I'm not 100% sure, but this is the Too Faced Born This Way Multi-Use Sculpting Concealer. Now, they kind of like reformulated and redid their concealer. I don't know how long ago, maybe like a year ago. The older ones used to kind of look similar to like this, but this one is huge. But this concealer, you guys, I love. Same with the last one. It doesn't look too drying underneath the eyes. It doesn't look cakey or anything. Doesn't really emphasize your fine lines. and it blends out really nicely. I actually plan on getting a shade lighter during the sale. This one I was using in the summer when I had more of a tan. This is natural beige. But for any of you guys that own this concealer, let me know, do you guys notice that it's so sloppy? I used to have it laying down in one of my drawers back there, but it would just get concealer everywhere. And if it wants to like focus on this, like that's the problem with this camera, it doesn't like to focus. Do you guys see all the concealer? And so lately what I've been doing is I've had it just face up, sitting on my desk back there, and I still always have the concealer. It's so messy. I don't understand why. Maybe I just got like a faulty bottle of this. I'm not really sure, but there's always concealer around it. It's very sloppy. So I just figured I'd mention that. Let me know in the comments down below if you guys have this, you've noticed that as well. But besides the point, it is an excellent concealer. This last concealer that I was going to recommend to you guys, it just dawned on me that they did reformulate it, and I planned on purchasing their new kind of formula of it, but this is the Urban Decay Naked Skin Concealer. This is such a great concealer, you guys. It's very lightweight, creamy, blends out so nicely. It's so beautiful. I think it's underrated. So I'm like, okay, crap. Let me check if it's on Sephora's website, but it's not. So the new one that I do plan on getting, and I don't know how different it is from this one, is the Urban Decay Stay Naked Correcting Concealer. There has been reviews on this that were really good. I do plan on getting it. That's it right there. So if it is similar to this, it is a really good concealer. So I'm glad I like realized that before I was going to recommend this to you guys. So I'll just like link this one down below because I do plan on purchasing it. I wanted to mention two brushes to you guys that are sold at Sephora. Now, these brushes are a little bit pricey, one pricier than the other. So let's start off with the NARS Ita brush. It's a little bit dirty. I do apologize. Now, a couple years ago, I was on the fence about whether I should buy this brush or not because I think it's around $50, $40 to $50. But I use this all the time and it's still in perfect condition. This is such a great brush to add to your collection. And what I use it for, if you guys couldn't have guessed, is to contour my cheeks, and then I kind of contour my nose lightly. I don't do like a super in-depth nose contour, but you guys, this just gets right underneath the cheek and can chisel out your cheekbones. It's really nice. So if you guys were on the fence about this, this sale is definitely the perfect time to buy this. I would highly recommend this. I use it all the time. And the next brush is the Tarte Kabuki foundation brush, and this is a little bit more affordable. It's in like the low $30 range, but it's so worth it, you guys. I have no issues with it, even in terms of when I wash it or it's shedding or anything like that, because sometimes when I go to like clean my brushes, some of the hairs can fall out. I haven't had that issue at all. I think I've owned this for maybe a year and a half. And it's just great. It gives you a nice airbrush finish. It blends foundation out awesome. I actually don't use beauty blenders. I stopped using beauty blenders, like a couple of years ago, and I just went back to brushes. This is definitely a great foundation brush to add to your collection. I use it pretty much every day. So the next product, I'm gonna recommend it even though I recommend it like in every single video. It's my favorite brow pencil, the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Wiz. I just love this pencil, you guys. I haven't tried, I think Benefit came out with one a little bit similar to this one. I haven't tried it yet, but this one is just such a great brow pencil. It's my tried and true. I go to it every single day. I absolutely love it. And then this next product I wanted to mention, it's beautiful. I will swatch it out for you guys, but these are like the Stila, what are they called? The Stila Glitter and Glow liquid eyeshadows. I do plan on picking up a couple more shades for this sale. This is in the shade Kitten Karma. I think this is probably like one of the most popular shades that are purchased from these. It's just stunning, you guys. So basically the way I like to apply this is I like to kind of either put a little bit on my hand and then take my eyeshadow brush and dab it onto my lid, or I just dab my eyeshadow brush onto the wand. Either way works, and it just blends out so nicely, and once it dries it stays. You don't have any fallout coming off, but it's so beautiful. It just makes the lid look so shimmery and sparkly. Now for eyeshadow palettes, I haven't purchased any eyeshadow palettes in like a couple years, but the ones I wanted to recommend, you guys will see if I can point, yeah, like right over there. The Tartelette and the Tartelette and Bloom are great staples to add to your collection. They're just neutral eyeshadow palettes, and I feel like a lot of people own them. So if you don't already own them, I would definitely recommend to add them to your collection. And then also any of like the Too Faced like the chocolate bar, the sweet peach palette. Those are also great ones to add to your collection. Now I think there's like a new, what is it, like a gingerbread one or something like that. I was thinking about possibly purchasing that one and maybe the Carly Bible palette. I'm not really sure yet because I've mentioned to you guys that I have a lot of eyeshadow palettes, but definitely the Tartelette and Bloom and the Tartelette palettes are great ones, as well as the basic Too Faced ones. Next, I'm going to move into some face products. This one right here is the Laura Mercier Candle Glow Sheer Perfecting Powder, and this is in the shade number 3. So I may pick up another shade. I haven't decided yet, but basically this is what I use for a setting powder, especially during the warmer months when I have a little bit more color or more of a tan on my face. But this powder, it's just so smooth, you guys. I know this looks kind of dark for a setting powder, but I have it, you know, on my fingertips and it just blends out really nicely. It's pretty sheer, but it's not like stark white where it would possibly take away from your foundation color. So that's what I like about it. But you guys, it's like velvet smooth. It's so nice. It gives you like an airbrushed finish when you set your face. Next, I wanted to mention, and I think I purchased this maybe like 5 months ago or so. This is the Hourglass Ambient Lighting Bronzer in the shade Luminous Bronze Light. I use this all the time, you guys, and again, it barely looks like I put a dent in it. I actually do plan on getting maybe 1 or 2 more shades of this, but this shade right here, it's such a beautiful bronzer, you guys. Now, I know you guys see like the lighter reflexes as well, but together on your cheeks, it looks so beautiful. It gives you such a beautiful flush. Now, when I first tried this, I wasn't sure about it, but then I kind of, you know, it grew on me and I use it all the time. Now, these feel really smooth and velvety, kind of like the setting powder I just showed you, but this is also like a baked formula as well. It just glides across your cheeks. You're not going to have any issues with blending out this bronzer. It's not going to give you kind of like a muddy effect like some bronzers can. It like kind of gets spotty and muddy and doesn't blend out really nicely. This is very finely milled, so it will blend out, excuse me, this will blend out very nicely. They do have setting powders as well that I want to try, so that's why I said I wasn't sure if I was going to pick up another Laura Mercier. I might try out the ambient ones. Now, they do have a couple sizes in these. I believe this one is, I think this is maybe close to $50 if I had to guess. I'm not sure, but you know, a little bit goes a long way. This will last you a very long time, even though it is kind of pricey. So for the sale, this is definitely a perfect item to pick up if you were you know, curious about it. So next I have some blushes to recommend to you guys, and same as concealers, blushes, I don't really use too many drugstore blushes. I go for the high-end ones. Now, these last a really long time. So the first one, obviously, if you guys could tell by the packaging, this is Tarte, and this is their Amazonian Clay 12-Hour Blush. These blushes are really beautiful, you guys, and I've had this for a while. It looks like I barely put a dent in it. This is in the shade, I can't pronounce this, you guys. I'm going to probably butcher the name of it. It's Achiote, if I'm saying it correctly. They have like a million shades, and also, especially for the holidays, every year, Tarte will come out with like their color wheel of blushes, I believe. 2 years ago, I purchased one, and I love that for traveling. It's got like highlight shades, and then it's got dark and light blush shades as well, so I would definitely recommend those. I should have grabbed my one that I purchased like 2 or 3 years ago, but just singly, the pans are going to be a little bit bigger. These are great blushes. Definitely would recommend them. Next are NARS blushes. You guys, NARS blushes are phenomenal. I own so many of them and they last a really long time. They are so nicely made. They look beautiful on the cheeks and they have a wide variety of shades. So I just grabbed 2. I wasn't going to grab all the ones that I own. So this one is in the shade Amore. It's just a really nice light pink color. It's beautiful. And then next is the shade Outlaw, which is probably like one of my favorite shades, especially during like the colder seasons when I want more of a darker blush shade. That's what that looks like. These last a really long time. They're very pigmented, but they're not too pigmented to the point where you feel like, oh my god, I have to blend this out. But that's like what that looks like. They're very pigmented. And NARS blushes in particular, you guys, I love because some of the shades have different, you know, color reflexes in them. Now this Outlaw, if you guys can see on my finger there, it has gold reflexes in it if it wants to focus. NARS Orgasm, that's like, you know, everyone's heard of that blush. That has nice reflexes in it as well, or shimmer. So I like how some of these blushes kind of have the shimmer to it. It just looks really nice across the cheek. So NARS and Tarte blushes are the blushes I would recommend to you guys if you are in the market for some new blushes. So now I have some lip products to recommend to you guys. Now, I wear a lot of MAC lipsticks. Sephora does not carry MAC. Ulta does. I mean, to my knowledge, Sephora does not carry MAC. So I wanted to recommend at least one lipstick to you guys. This one I purchased, I want to say 3 or 4 months ago. It's by Too Faced. I'm not exactly sure. I probably should have looked it up, the exact name of this lipstick. But this is in the shade Pout About It. And I love the packaging. It's like got like lace all over it. But this is such a beautiful shade, you guys. I do plan on purchasing 1 or 2 more shades from this line during the sale. And this kind of a little bit reminds me of the MAC lipstick, so that's why I really like these. They're great, and I believe they're pretty affordable. I want to say maybe they're $20 or a little under $20, but I really like them, and this will like last me forever. So this is like a really nice nude shade, perfect for like every day. So I think there was like 1 or 2 more shades that I was eyeballing, but I love the way it feels across the lips, and it actually lasts for a lipstick a pretty long time. It's not drying at all. I can't stand anything that's too drying. And then next I wanted to recommend a lip gloss. I think I purchased this during the holidays last year, but this is the Fenty Beauty. I think this is called their Gloss Bombs, and this is in the shade Fussy. Now I think they have maybe 2 or 3 other shades. They have like a clear shimmery shade and maybe a darker shade, but I love this like pink shade. I mean, it doesn't go on. It's a pretty clear, lip gloss, but the formula for these lip glosses, you guys, by Fenty Beauty, they're just so nice, and these glosses glide. Like, I'm gonna have super glossy lips right now, you guys, but you see what I mean? Like super glossy. Hopefully it didn't like smear my lipstick anywhere, but I would definitely recommend these, and they're not too bad. I think they're maybe under $20 or around $20. I'm not exactly sure, but I use this all the time. It's lasted me a really long time. So the next product I always recommend to you guys, it's a staple that you need in your collection. It is the Urban Decay All Nighter Setting Spray. This will make your makeup last all day, all night. It prolongs your makeup, and I literally can put my makeup on at like 5 o'clock in the morning and it'll still look pretty good at like 10 o'clock at night. This stuff is no joke, you guys. You need it in your life. It definitely works. Last, I wanted to recommend a phenomenal perfume or fragrance to you guys, especially because this is pretty pricey. So this is a great one to purchase during the sale, so you save some money on it. But this is Yves Saint Laurent or YSL's Mon Paris, however you say it. But you guys, this is such a nice perfume. I am going to read the notes to you guys. This this little bottle is $97 on Sephora's website. So, but this lasts a really long time. I know this isn't like the bigger size. The bigger size, let's see. The 3.04 ounces is 124, and then this is the 1.6, and this is 97. So I have the 1.6, and this has lasted me a long time. I feel like I've used it a lot, and I barely put a dent in it. But anyways, I want to read the notes to you guys. The notes are strawberry, raspberry, bergamot, cologne, pear, orange, flower, jasmine, sambac, white peony, datura, patchouli, white musk, ambrose, cedarwood, and crystal moss. Like, I had no clue there were that many notes in it, and I've read the notes for this before, so I don't remember it having, that many notes to it. But besides the point, it says that the style of this fragrance is passionate, sensual, and sophisticated. Now, for me personally, if I'm going out to like a night out, going to a party, any kind of like nighttime event, I just feel like this is such a nice perfume. Now, I have worn it during the day. I know people that wear it during the day and wear it every day. I wear this more for like special occasions, but you guys, it's so nice. I mean, I wish you could smell it through the camera. You guys will not be disappointed. So again, this is the YSL Mon Paris, and during the sale, I would definitely purchase it because you were going to save some money. Okay, you guys, so that is it for my recommendations. Let me know in the comments down below, are any of these products that I mentioned items that you were thinking about purchasing during the sale? What other items are you eyeballing that you are going to purchase during the sale? I would be curious to find out. But anyways, that is it for this video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. I hope you have a wonderful week, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.